In about 90 minutes, President Biden will hold a bilateral meeting with UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. They are expected to discuss support for Ukraine as the country continues to defend itself against Russia's invasion. CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang is at the White House now with the very latest for us. Weijia, it's good to see you. So, President Biden, as you know, spoke to the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau yesterday about the wildfires. Let's begin there. What kind of support is the U.S. offering Canada?
It's great to be with you both. As you can see, we have moved inside because of the air quality. So, yes, it is impacting D.C. as well. And the White House says that more than 600 federal firefighters have been deployed to Canada to help get the fires under control from about 17 various agencies. The U.S. also giving water bombers and other equipment to help the firefighters on the ground to help deal with this. So, we are told that the president is receiving constant briefings about this, because even though those fires are burning in Canada, as we've been talking about all morning, clearly it's having an impact here in the States as well. So hopefully we'll get more in terms of what other resources they are planning to send. But it already is a team effort here to try to diminish those flames.
All right, so let's talk about the president's visit with the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. What's on the agenda?
Well, as you mentioned, Ukraine is going to be at the top of the agenda, especially because the Prime Minister's visit comes at such a critical juncture for the war there. And I think also these two leaders are committed to sort of resetting and reassuring their countries that there is still a special relationship between the U.S. and the U.K. following a tumultuous tenure for Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his first predecessor, his term, which of course only lasted a very short time. And so not only will they be talking about Ukraine and their coordinated efforts, they'll also be talking about NATO and the Prime Minister's commitment to tackling artificial intelligence. What's really interesting, guys, is that, this is the youngest leader in the G7, and President Biden is the oldest. And so while they have generational differences, this is something that they can come together on to try to combat what is to come with regard to artificial intelligence, which the Prime Minister has said he wants to put at the top of his agenda because he sees it as a real threat to his people.
Weijia, on Wednesday, the president vetoed a bill that would have repealed his plan to forgive student debt. What more can you tell us?
Well, the president vetoed this. It was his fifth veto of his presidency. And as we've reported before, this student loan plan would cancel $20,000, up to $20,000 of debt for Americans who make less than $125,000. But that's not to say that the plan is completely protected, because even though there's probably not enough votes in Congress to override a presidential veto, it is still tied up in the Supreme Court, and so it will run its course there, and we'll see what the justices have to say about the legality of this program. But for now, yes, the president has signed that veto. Republicans have said this is a waste of money and it's unfair to other borrowers who are not getting the same benefits.